Hi all, RetroTech Chris here again. Recently I attended the Vintage Computing Fest Mid-Atlantic Spring Swap Meet, which was held in Wall Township, New Jersey. The meet was held at the InfoAge Science and History Learning Center, which is historic Camp Evans. And here you can see the facility, and here it is, almost 8 o'clock. There's already a line of folks ready to get in there and score some deals. First, we see these nice IBM and TRS-80 systems located here. One individual brought a lot of different peripherals. Looks like there's even a TiVo remote control there if you need it. Lots of cool things there. Here we see a nice Dell Trinitron monitor, 21-inch I believe. And it was priced at $499, and the price did drop throughout the day, but it didn't sell. Here we can see a nice ThinkPad, and this quickly caught my eye as I see an Armada here. It wasn't in the greatest of shape, so I went ahead and passed on it, but I won't lie, I almost bought it. I came by a little later and there were some peripherals out. Here we can see a nice customized Model M keyboard there. We'll look at that more in a minute, as well as some Mac systems here that are for sale. Lots of cool Mac systems, very nice, look to be in great shape. Looking at that Model M, it's kind of a modified Model M, as you can see here. Here's a nice 486 touchscreen system for $80, and it looks like it does work, so that's pretty cool to have. And we can see some various peripherals. I love that style writer too. Very nice. Another table with various peripherals. We see some memory available there, some motherboards, a little bit of everything, and this is what a lot of the tables actually had, which is pretty cool. A nice gateway case that I see over there. And always remember to look under the tables because you'll see other things. Look at that Ethernet cable, that's quite long in some cases there as well. And another perspective, I did try to get a couple of perspectives as I was going through. Here we have some nice cartridge games if folks like those types of things for various systems. Here we have a variety of Coco systems, and from what I understand, several of them were nicely upgraded, so I know someone who grabbed one. Here's a nice power computing Mac clone, always fun to see those. Look at those nice Commodore disk drives and that K-Pro. There were several K-Pros. An IBM system, a Commodore monitor, I know somebody bought that. Look at this nice PS2, I almost took it home, that Model 25. Little Mac Classic and some other systems as well. And again, always look under the tables for more goodies. Very nice. Here we have a collection of cards and another K-Pro. So K-Pros were kind of a thing. I think I saw several, and a nice little Mac system as well. Here we have some Sun systems and some IBM ThinkPad laptops. Every time I passed by, another one was sold. And some very nice Sun systems under the table as well. On the center table, there was this IBM terminal, amongst other systems as well. A couple of Mac systems, not a bad price. And here we have some laptops and other systems as well, and a digital computer kit, if you fancy that. Lots of Mac systems at the show. Speaking of Mac systems, lots of Mac systems at the show. I'm digging that style writer in the back there. I'd love to have that if I had a Mac system for it. Did I mention there were Macs? This table had lots of motherboards and other components. A cool little PC card to ISA adapter there in the center. I did ask if they had any VCF Local Bus I/O cards. I would have loved to pick one of those up. Here you see a lot of old computer magazines on this table and other miscellaneous items. I think there are some hard drives and some floppy drives as well, and power supplies. And as we look under the table, there's a box of new old stock 5¼ disc holders. Over here I see a Commodore 128 and some Apple systems as well. Here are some nice power PCs all ready for the taking. Not too bad of a price, I think. And once again, always look under the table. We can see some other systems as well. This table had a nice Sun system on it, as well as a laptop, as I seem to recall, and some other interface cards and the like as well. This individual had 3 nice legacy laptops, as well as some other odds and ends on the table as well. Lots of cool things to see. And lots of cards if you felt like digging through the box, and I did for a few minutes, but I gave up. Looking over here, we see a 2GS and a TRS-80 Model 1 keyboard. And I think I found the matching monitor. These items were for sale by VCF, I believe. And they also had some mouse pads for sale and some coffee mugs. So there you go, lots of things to buy. Moving over to the other sale room, we see some toner cartridges, lots of them, and some cool printers, and there's also a nice PowerPC. I love that printer in the middle. It reminds me of the LaserJet 4L that I had, but the Mac version. And on the table over here, lots of odds and ends. That disc holder on the left was really neat. A USB drive. I didn't see anything I particularly needed over here, but it was cool to see all this stuff available at the show as well. Here we have some nice Tektronix terminals for sale, I believe. Such a friendly vendor. We had a very nice conversation, and I think that he was happy to move a couple of terminals. And on the table next door, there's lots of Newton parts. Very cool if you're into Newtons. There were a ton of them here. Let's have a closer look. Here you can see them. Some of them don't power on. Pretty pricey, but maybe that's what they go for. I was also happy to see these installation discs over here that you see here. Over here we see a laptop, some desktops, a typewriter, and an image writer too, for the Apple enthusiast. Over here was some software, and I can't believe I missed those discs. $20 for those 2 containers, I totally would have bought that. Anyway, over here is an Apple IIe, another image writer, and some other miscellaneous parts. Lots of folks just brought things they were looking to move on, so it was any kind of combination of things. Look at that cool little Apple laptop. And here we see some more Apple laptops. I'm sorry, I'm not really familiar with the specs. A nice tote or a bin of them there as you see as well. Under the table, a nice LC3 I think it was, and some other systems. And there was one table that had tons of memory. I wasn't sure what the different counts or sizes of the memory were, so I passed, but cool to see. Here we have another Trinitron, marketed well. And here's a digital VT240 terminal, $400, and it's yours. Someone also brought an MSI 8080, it was for sale. Here we have some more test and measurement equipment. I think most of it is Tektronix. And next door, there are some more iMacs. Once again, lots of Apples at the show. Look at that cool trackball. This box of Ethernet cards drew my attention because I love the triangle design of them, but I didn't need them, so I didn't buy any. But I did strike up a nice conversation with the individual selling at this table. And look at this cool Zenith system. I just love how it's populated there. I had to get a close-up to show it. This individual also had a nice 386 SS16. As some will remember, that's my favorite PC. And some other miscellaneous clones as well. Some nice monitors, lots of nice things for sale on this table. Here we have some more Apple systems plugged in to show you that they work. And here we have a bin of cards. I think a lot of them were Ethernet cards, which I don't need any more ISA Ethernet cards. When it comes to presenting a display, this one got my attention. Wow, look at all of those boxes. Some items still shrink wrapped. I had to get a close-up of this OS2 Extended Edition box as well. Here you find a bucket of mice, as we typically find at these types of swap meets. So moving on to the free section, we see a lot of monitors. I actually grabbed one of those, more on that in a minute. Looking over on the free racks, I saw these nice CDR sleeves, so I definitely picked those up. I do burn CDs rather often, and these are nice to have. What a score. And there's some other things here, some cassette tapes, some manuals. Nothing else looked too interesting to me on this particular rack. Lots of printers in the free section. Printers never seem to get the love that other things do in the retro world, but that's okay. I saw these and I grabbed them as well, some nice optical drives. And here we have another rack of various odds and ends. I did pick up a nice box of WordPerfect 5.1 software, which I'll show you a little bit later. I almost grabbed that HP 1100 LaserJet printer at the bottom, but my senses came to me. So throughout the day, I did tweet what I was up to, so these were the first couple of freebies I scored. I did not buy this Tandy system, though I really wanted to. Very nice system. I saw these and I had to tell my friend IBM Museum about them. Very cool. And I did pick up that monitor, as mentioned. We'll see that later. I also picked up a bunch of cables and a USB floppy drive that I'm very excited about. And I picked up this practical guide for the Tandy 1000 SL. It's a cool little book. I also bought this Pentium Pro system that I'm excited to get working. And here's the motherboard for that Pentium Pro system. It is a dual processor system. We're going to do some repair work on it with the help of the Obsolete Geek. Some people commented that I didn't fill my trunk up enough, but I thought this was just fine because I really didn't intend to buy anything. And here we are back home with everything on the table. and we'll see a lot of these items in future videos. More to come on that. So going to the show, I really wasn't looking to buy anything. I was just looking to catch up with folks and browse around a little bit. I enjoyed catching up with Tom Barber. He's a great fan of the channel, and we always chat online. It was great to see him at the swap meet. Same with Mac84. It's always great to see him and talk to him. And also Sean from Action Retro, really enjoyed talking with him as well. Here I am with Mike from Mike's Mac Shack. And congratulations on a recent channel milestone, Mike. As I was walking to one of the rooms, Justin yelled out, "Hey, it's the Compaq LTE guy." And he stopped and we got a picture. It was great to see you, Justin. And I also saw N Commander. Here you can see him working with Thomas Andrews. They were about to dive into this Amiga video toaster and have a look at the power supply, I believe. I also saw Ian, and pretty much every time I saw him, he was carrying a CRT. This was the one time that he wasn't. So grateful to him for fixing my Compaq CRT at the last meetup. And here I am with Alex, and Alex always does such a great job supporting VCF East and putting on a great show or a great swap meet or whatever it is. Thank you, Alex. The community really appreciates you, and it's great to see you as always. And here I am with Thomas Andrews of Amiga of Rochester. If you search the channel, you'll see there was a video where I interviewed him all about Amiga of Rochester if you want to learn more about it. It was great to see so many people. That was really the reason I came to the swap meet. While I did pick up some great parts, it was really the people I came to see. Thanks for watching.